All right, we have Brittny Briggs with Brittny's Beauty Bar in Jacksonville, Florida. Recently got a home. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are some things that someone that is a salon owner or a hairstylist working at a salon should start doing or researching today if they want to eventually qualify to get a home as a hairstylist or salon owner?
Well, number one, being an entrepreneur, when it comes to tax time, we don't really like to pay a lot of taxes. So, we write a lot of things off and we may not record all of our income. But when you go to borrow the bank, borrow money from the bank, they don't want to see that. They want to see income. They want to see growth. They want you to be making a substantial, amount of money um, regularly in order to, qualify for things. And it took me at least, I say about 3 years in order for me to file the things that I needed to file the right way. And just having everything aligned up, my credit, my debt to income ratio, my income, all of those things had to come together. and, it took me up to 3 years for all those things to come together in order for me to afford, not afford, but qualify to buy a home. You have to have profit and loss statements. So you have to make sure you're going to an accountant that a real accountant that knows what they're doing, not just your H&R Block person, because a lot of them are not familiar with the profit and loss statements, the balance sheets that you have to have. So you have to have a good accountant. You have to keep very good books. Your expenses, you have to know how much you're making, and you have to save. And when you're making fast money, it goes just as quickly. But you have to have some money in the bank. So if you can do all of those three things, then you will be able to qualify for a home.
The first step is get a good accountant.
Yeah, I would say no. The first step is to make sure you're maintaining your books. Because you have to have make sure you have a business account and you're actually putting the money into your business account and you are keeping track of how much money that you're actually making. So when you give this information to your accountant, they can report it to Uncle Sam. You get your W-2s back and you have a paper trail of how much money that you're making.
How many years did the mortgage company look at? 2, 3?
Just 2. They just looked at 2 years, last 2 years.
Uh-huh. So now you was about to say something.
They looked at the last 2 years, but because I said it took me 3 years. It took me that first year to really realize what I was doing wrong and get accustomed to putting my money in the bank and actually making sure that you have to pay your taxes. You're probably going to pay taxes if you want to qualify for a home. And it was a little bit easier for me because I have dependents. So I didn't have to put out as much money. I just didn't get as big of a return as someone else would who would have a 9 to 5. My income taxes are not that much because I do pay a little bit of taxes.
And I heard you mention it took you that first year to figure out what you were doing wrong. who was the
Mhm.
first person that told you you were doing something wrong?
Well, I have a friend that is a mortgage, um, a loan originator, or like a more. I'm not sure if that's the broker and the originator the same person, but they are the ones who actually told me what I needed to do and how much I needed to be making in order to qualify for a certain amount of home, and what the banks want to see, or what type of information they want to see, or what they want your your banking statements to look like.
Exactly. And in
Hmm.
my industry, we call that the golden rule. They got the
Hmm.
goals, so they make the rules, right? So that is
Right.
the first thing that people should do as an entrepreneur. If you're looking to qualify for a home, it's good to have a good network of friends that are professionals. Like Brittny had, she had a friend that was actually a mortgage originator. But uh, the first thing you should do, if you don't have somebody like that already in your network of friends or professional colleagues, is to go to whoever you think is going to be willing to loan you the money and ask them what you should do. Don't guess.
Hmm.
Don't just go off of a YouTube video. Brittny Briggs at Brittny Beauty Bar, she just qualified for a beautiful home, but don't just go off of what she says. Go to whoever that you want to get the money from and ask them, what should I do to qualify for a home as an entrepreneur? Brittny Briggs of Brittny's Beauty Bar in Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you so much for teaching hairstylists and salon entrepreneurs how to qualify for a home.
Thank you. Bye.